Hello guys, welcome to the channel. Today on this video, your parking sensors do not work and your reverse light also does not work, okay? The first thing that you can notice is the parking sensors not working, and if they are not, check out if the lights, the reverse lights themselves are working too. If not, you may have a problem here on the switch or on the wiring to the switch, the gearbox switch for the reverse light, okay? On the 156, 147 NGT, the most common thing to happen is the wiring that goes to the switch over there, it breaks the wires over here, okay? On this case, on this car, the issue is another one. Someone did not put the seal in over here and water accumulated on the inside of the connector, and now we have a lot of corrosion here on the connector and on the wires. So we will cut down the wires over here, do the correction on the wiring to be able to have here the correct working of the system. But most of the times we have a clean break on the two wires or one of the wires that go here to the switch on the gearbox. So this video I'll show you how to do here this repair. So you want to come here and just tip the wires. So at this point you are asking yourself which wire goes where, this position or that position. Well, it does not work like that. As you can imagine, in order to switch on a light bulb, you need a positive and a negative, okay? And having the positive or the negative permanent, you only need to open the contact on one of the sides, okay? So imagine in this case, we have, I believe it is the positive always permanent with the ignition, of course, and only the negative you are separating. So does not matter if it is this position or that one, it is exactly the same. You do not have a positive and a negative. You only have both positives or both negatives. So it really does not matter this position, okay? Another thing that you may want to do, if, for example, you want to test if this switch is good or not, you want to connect the two wires together. Let me just do here. Do the contact between those two. So you touch them like this, and with the ignition on, the reverse lights must be on, okay? Just like this. As a result, it means that this switch over here is not good. Being that or not, we have to repair here the wiring. Then after that, we will see if this switch is good or not. The factory, knowing this problem originally, they said when doing the repair, leave the wires 1 to 2 centimeters longer in order to the problem not to happen again. I mean the problem of the wires breaking clearly next to the plug, the connector. Make sure the weld is done on the wire, I mean the wire is melting the weld. Wait a bit. That's it. Here you have it all assembled. For the assembly here of the battery tray and the battery and everything, I already have a lot of videos for that. They are down on the description if you want to see that, okay? Now to test the system, just turn on the car and engage the reverse. The light should turn on and the parking sensors also should turn on. If the parking sensors are not working, but the light is, it means that you have a problem on the park sensors themselves and you have a second problem here on the wiring or the connector, or also here on the switch. Now I know these electrical parts are a little bit more difficult to understand, so I made here a little drawing. It may be a little bit easier to understand. So this is a light bulb. In order to light up a light bulb, you need a positive and you need a negative. So negative, positive, okay? On this case, or in the case of other makes and models, this can be in reverse. You can have the permanent positive or the permanent negative. It does not matter, it is all the same, okay? It depends on the electrical system, okay? It is very rare to have the positive here on the switch. This assembly here is the switch that is on the gearbox. So as you engage the reverse, you have a mechanical pin inside of the gearbox that pushes inside of the gearbox switch, the reverse switch, pushes it down and closes the contact. As you have negative and positive going through the wires, it reaches here the light bulb and it turns on. At the same time, having the parking sensors on the system, you have a second wire that goes here to the parking sensors. And of course, you already have there a positive to the parking sensors from wherever else place that you may have for the body computer, wherever place it may be. Okay, does not matter. So for the parking sensors, you also need positive and negative, and the negative is provided by this motion of putting the reverse in. So as you can see now, you have two wires. I mean, like so. Okay, you have two wires on the switch. These two tips of the wires. So it does not matter the position of the wires at all. It does not matter because you just have to close the contact. Okay, so how can you test? Imagine this, you have the two pieces of wire with a connector inside, okay, and you want to test if this switch is okay or not. You just grab a scrap piece of wire, put it in, shove it down the connector, and in this way doing a shunt through the wires, basically doing this in order to turn on the light and or the parking sensors. I hope that this way it's much easier for you to understand. If you have any questions, tell me down on the comments below, okay? Also down on the description, I have videos for electrical systems, problems and solutions. I have videos for lack of power, videos for brakes, videos for crank no start, climate control, clutches, gearboxes, a lot of stuff really. Also down on the description, I have videos for helps for the channel. If you are able to do so, I really hope you can take a peek on that. I see you next time, guys. Bye.